Learning new and useful techniques continued right up until the last week. Everything felt more meaningful through the feedback sessions and teaching practices. Our tutor gave us some really helpful tips on how to avoid common mistakes in lesson planning and teaching, and I genuinely enjoyed those sessions. There was one thing that bothered me quite a bit. A couple of times my tutor made comments that felt like mockery toward my questions. It made me feel that my questions and concerns were not really welcome. I understand the CELTA expects you to become more independent in the lesson planning as you move towards the final teaching practices, and that makes sense. But 7 teaching practices are not simply enough to fully master everything. You need time and repeated practice to internalize the techniques you have learned. Having a tutor by your side, asking questions, making things clear, and generally learning are the reasons everyone applies for a course, and asking questions is a natural part of that process. Unfortunately, after that experience, I became more reserved and stopped asking questions, but I truly regret it. Focus on what you're learning, not on whether you get a pass A or look like the smartest person in the room. A pass is already a great achievement and will open many doors to you. The fourth assignment, and the last one, is a reflective assignment where you look back at your teaching practice and identify your strengths and area for improvement. You also have to talk about what you learned from observing other teachers and how you plan to continue developing after the course. The action plan part is important because you need to be specific about what you will do to improve. You cannot just say you want to get better at grammar. You need to explain how you will do that. Honestly, I found this assignment so enjoyable because it gave me the chance to recall everything I had learned during the course and think deeply about my teaching path in the future. Hi! It's very cold outside, as you can see what I'm wearing, so I'm going for some shopping. This is going to be my last grocery shopping in Istanbul. Yeah, my last one. I'm going to stay here for a couple of days after the course finishes, of course, but there will be no grocery shopping, so this is the last one. Oh my god, I hope it doesn't rain because I don't have my umbrella. Ooh, it feels so good to wear them. It feels so warm. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Drama. It is a practical workshop that you learn acting skills and learn how to use drama techniques as teaching tools with your own students. These sessions usually involve trying out simple activities like using your voice and body, role play, and creating characters. It was such a nice and fun class. Being able to manage your voice and body language is considered an important skill for a teacher, so this is a great chance to put aside any self-consciousness and just learn. It was the sweetest morning of my life. I woke up to a dream I had carried with me since I was very young. I had completed an international course and was finally ready to celebrate becoming an international teacher. There was no assignments left to do and no teaching practices to prepare for, just complete happiness. I was enjoying every single moment. Honestly, I could not believe I had actually done it. Hi. Good morning. Hi. Good morning. Thank you. How are you? Hey. Thank you. See you. Good morning. Saying goodbye on the final day was very emotional. We had spent a month together, sharing our time and supporting each other through the challenges. We had the opportunity to reflect on our experiences and thank one another for all the help we received. Our tutor also encouraged us to thank anyone who had been helpful to us throughout the course. First, I want to thank my tutors. You made teaching feel like a completely new experience for me. Everything you taught me has had a huge impact on my career. Since completing CELTA, I have enjoyed better classes, better relationships with my students, more confidence, and even better income. And all of that is thanks to the knowledge and insight you shared with me. I truly appreciate everything you've done. Vladimir, thank you for typing my material on your own laptop when I was stressed about copying my papers. Thank you for complimenting my TPs, and thank you for being so kind and considerate. Meryem, thank you for recording my TPs. I love my videos. Hamza, thank you for always being there for me. You were the first person I called whenever I had a problem. Thank you for being my kind and helpful neighbor. Najis, thank you for being by my side from the very beginning. Damla, thank you for giving me honest feedback. You pointed out something that no one had ever noticed about me. Your precious and honest feedback helped me balance my energy according to my class. Naomi, thank you for being so peaceful. I looked at you every time I got stressed during teaching practices.
I feel great. I feel like I've done something that I didn't think I could do. I feel like I've done pretty well for someone who's never taught before. My last words are, thank you, CELTA.
I feel a bit sad because this is like the end then, and we're not gonna meet like anymore. They all passed the course. This is the most important thing, and that's the thing. That's an important thing for the people who wanted to apply for the CELTA. It's way harder than you expect, so come prepared.
It's really sad to say bye to everyone. But maybe like we will see each other like in a very short time. And we have like one more star.
Vladimir! Hi.
At the first week, you are sort of just waiting for the last one. And then when the last week rolls in, you're like, no, this is already? Seriously? First week was the most challenging one, I think. After that, you sort of like putting on the clothing, suddenly it feels, okay, this is comfortable, I can do this. So it just turns into an effort that you have to do, just relax. Enjoy the whole experience, because stressing doesn't help. It'll only take away from the enjoyment, and just enjoy the whole ride.
Serbia has the hardest test ever. Ugh. I have no idea how am I going to manage this at the airport by myself. Is CELTA worth it? I would say yes. However, there is one important thing you should know before you start the registration process. Only go for CELTA if your English is at the right level. You cannot become a teacher if your own language knowledge is weak, even with a well-known certificate like this. So work on your English first and then do CELTA.
Oh, I hate the airport process. I've always hated it from the very beginning.